Please stand by. We'll start our live in just a minute. Yeah, we are live. I haven't shared it to any sites yet. I'm doing that right now.
Care relying on
I think he's gonna. I think we'll probably do like we did yesterday. You're just gonna move it over,
Yes.
right? Just in front of
the
us.
here.
Camera's going to be here shooting that direction, correct. And Kim, would you shut that door for me? I can hear your shoes.
See the arm of the chair and somebody standing in there too.
Yeah, I got the smiley face in there. Okay.
You sharing him, Jonathan?
I did. Let's see. I shared to Hip Gallatin, Hipper, Hay. I'm looking for hip number 2.
Megan sharing a hip too.
Okay.
Don't let me run off of your notepad.
I've got 136 on the line now.
Look much more cuter to me.
We're just about ready to begin, so hold on for 1 second. Should have some waiting music at times like these. Be ready for that next.
Yeah. The smiley face is a nice effect, though.
It matches the smiley face in the Reader's Digest logo.
Send it me that other day. So, have a treat for you. I'm ready when y'all are.
All right. Here we go.
Hello.
We're on?
Ready to roll?
Good
Yes.
afternoon.
Hi everyone, it is now only Tuesday. I told somebody earlier today that I was having a really good week so far, and then I realized, wait, it's Tuesday. And that really good week is relative, honestly, but
Today for me felt smoother than yesterday.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Did it not feel like that for you?
It did not for me.
Okay.
But,
Well, in certain contexts,
Yeah.
I stayed at home today and worked from home, so that was
I see.
challenging.
I'm seeing a lot of people really getting fatigued with this already, and that's certainly understandable, and that's why we're trying to continue to do this to kind of keep people. We think We think information is soothing to a degree, even when it's not the information you want to hear. Certainly communication helps you helps you feel more in the know. And I hope, us being here, communicating with y'all and trying to answer questions offers some help to you. There's really not a lot of new stuff, new information today. There is some new information out there from the Small Business Administration talking about their loans, the interest rates, what the limits are, what the requirements are. Of course, that's available at SBA.gov. There's also some guidance on unemployment. I spoke about this earlier. We were working on an outreach to our business community, and in general, employers should probably be willing to file for all of their employees when you're doing a mass layoff. That should help the process, and it should probably help you too, because if you don't do it that way, then you're going to have to be answering requests from the state for each individual employee. So if you can assist your employees by doing a mass filing, that should be helpful. They have eliminated the waiting time on unemployment, which is positive, and for now they have waived the job seeking requirement that is in there. That apparently required unemployment recipients to look for a job and show evidence of that to renew their benefits, I think every 7 days or something like that. So that's out there. We have had meetings in the county today. The governor just spoke a little bit ago, and I know that when we looked at the state number updates today, it was one number, but then the governor came out and spoke, and he said that number was actually 773 for the state of Tennessee. We don't like what that's looking like, because right now it pretty much looks like a straight up line, and that has us concerned. The good news, like I said, I'm still looking for those silver linings. The good news is right now it looks like the United States as a whole is having far better mortality rates, meaning fewer people die from this virus than in other parts of the world. And so I think that speaks well to our health care. Hopefully it speaks to us being aware of the virus and what to do if we happen to be impacted. And it may even speak well about our general health. So we will take that as a positive, because I think someone said right now we're trending less than 1%. Which, one person is too many, but certainly if we can reduce those rates, that's better for everyone. So that is the positive. But that trajectory of us going up is not looking good right now. And I think Kim saw something earlier today about how someone had rated the country on social distancing.
I saw that, yeah.
And Tennessee was not good.
We had a D.
We had a D.
On a typical, A to F scale, so D as in close to failing.
Which disappoints me.
Yeah.
I mean, Tennessee has been at the bottom on a lot of scorecards, but we've been doing so much better in recent years, and I would certainly think that anything having to do with us as a community of people would have done much better. Mm-hmm. And it may be that we love each other so much we're having a hard time being apart from one another, but now is the time that if you love someone, you stay away from them. Mm-hmm. And I think, hey, that could be our new social distancing store, our social distancing.
I love you so much. I'm going to
show your love by staying away. I think there's something in that. But that's kind of the updates for today. Do you have some information that you want to share?
I was going to add on a couple more things to what you mentioned earlier. In regards to the SBA loans, I've actually heard from a few of our businesses in the community who have said, hey, Kim, I applied. Those were kind of hard. And we realize that those might be strange or difficult to navigate. We realize that the system, the online portal and everything is a little bit slower right now. There are people in the area that are equipped to help you through that. Certainly if you have a personal accountant that works with your business, that's a good person to kind of lean on through that, because there might be some questions that you need help with for those. Your bank, the TSBDC, and then the chamber. We're happy to help you walk through some of those. We don't know all the answers, but I think we can certainly help you find someone that does. And there's some other businesses that maybe you don't already work with in terms of accounting right now that have offered up their services and said, hey, we're happy to help businesses get through it. Yeah, so I've gotten a few of those emails. So if you're one of those businesses trying to navigate that loan process, let us know, and we're happy to help. And then also the American Job Center, they were going through training today to make sure their employees were fully in the know of all of the new unemployment.
Mm-hmm. And they're not open to the public, but you can call in there, and that's available. One of the conversations that I had earlier today with our Economic Development Agency, and I think we've mentioned this before, but it's a very important reminder, there are a lot of layoffs happening in our community. But there are also a lot of people hiring right now in our community. And certainly my advice would be to my friends who have been laid off, and really to anyone else, is if you're out of work and you can get work in a safe environment, do it. Because we don't know how long this is going to last.
Right.
It may not be at the same level of employment you were at previously, but who knows? Might open the door for something even better in the future. But Jobs 4TN, that's the number 4, has a listing of a lot of current openings. Some of them have just been posted in response to the needs related to this virus, actually. So if you are so inclined, that is certainly an advantage to take an opportunity of which to take advantage.
I agree. The governor spoke today, just a few minutes ago, actually, about schools closing through pretty much the end of April. April 24th, I think, was that date.
The governor said the 24th. Now, I've heard a rumor, and this just happened, so I haven't had time to verify it. And I don't, what's that hee-haw song? I'm not one to go around spreading rumors. I won't sing it for you. But anyway, I heard that Sumner County schools had said they would return on the 27th. Or not necessarily would return, but would be closed through until that time. We could see other extensions, as you all might know. But the 27th actually makes more sense.
It's a Monday.
Although it could have been that Governor Lee was saying they'll be closed through the 24th, which would have them starting on the 27th. So maybe those two numbers actually do align. But at this point, I think the earliest that you would see your children going back to school would be April 27th.
Yeah, we figured a lot of y'all would have questions regarding that. Like, what does that mean? Does it mean I have to homeschool my children? Does it mean they're going to send home packaged material? There's still a lot of unknowns. I did call the Assistant Director of Schools, Scott Langford, just before we started this to ask a few questions, and he gave me a few updates that we're ready to share that he said I could share. The big news is that there will be no Tennessee Ready testing, so kiddos and parents can just put that worry aside. No Tennessee Ready testings this year. They're going to be working on some material that's easy for parents to use, resources for parents, and they really want to make sure the students have a great experience for the last couple of months of this school year and make the most of it. Really encouraging the love of learning and curiosity engaged material. So I think there's a lot of fun that can come out of that. I know we tried some homeschooling at home today, and that was really interesting.
Well, I saw something really neat on social media in the last 24 hours or so, and it was, imagine 20 years from now, and these kids talk about what it was like during the coronavirus when they were out of school and they were home all day with their families, and they created things for themselves to do, and they ate together as a family, and it was the best time of their life. So
I think the kids' perspective of this is a lot different than a parent's perspective.
Even when they're yelling, "I'm bored." Yeah. I think this could be a really special, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for all of us. That in that way, I feel like sometimes I say things and it sounds like I'm dismissing or downplaying the seriousness of the situation. But again, I'm just always trying to say, find that silver lining somewhere. And for those of you who are at home with your children, think about that. Think about what your kid's going to say in 20 years. Looks like there might be a question. Jeff?
Start off with a comment from Sumner Regional Medical Center that said, thanks for doing these daily reminders or updates, and keep our staff in mind. We're here for you, which I thought that was nice.
Well, Sumner Regional, we have called out to you guys several times. We are so appreciative of what you're doing. We can't imagine what you're going through and how hard you're working and the stress under which you're working. Not just Kim and I and the City of Gallatin and the Chamber of Commerce, the entire City of Gallatin is appreciative of you, and I feel like they're honestly aware of the efforts that you all are making and are doing the things that we know we should be doing because we realize what you're up against.
Do you know anything about Aaron Academy?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's a number of school questions. Will students have to repeat this year or advance to the next grade?
I don't think there's any plans of anybody repeating this year, and I think they're still working out what that looks like. I think statewide and on our district level, figuring out what the rest of the school year actually looks like. They've got some more exciting announcements that they will probably be releasing later this week. They said that their main goal this week was making sure those teachers were getting in touch with their students, just checking on them, making sure they were fed and okay. So I think you'll be hearing from your teacher this week if you haven't already.
That's important. That's great.
That's sweet.
Katie Hutton asked, what about daycares? do anything
I
about
think some daycares are still open. I think they are mainly operating to support essential personnel in the healthcare emergency management fields.
And they don't fall under and again, what the governor released today was in regards to public schools. Private schools, do their own thing, and child care
And
facilities
daycare
as well.
has been an exception to those orders because that need is a serious one for people working in that field, certain fields.
Jane Coleman asked, do we have a number for Gallatin on illness?
No, we do not have any geographic breakdowns beyond county. And the number released today was 34, but we do think that there is some delay in reporting between the various independent labs that are relaying numbers to the state. I think some labs come directly back to our county health department and some go to the state before they come back here. And so right now we're officially at 34. We know that there are many tests outstanding in Sumner County, and we do expect those numbers to go up.
Kit Senior asked, Kim, how is Pandemic Pals working? Do you need help?
We still need helpers. Right now this is a testament to how good the people in Gallatin are, but we have far more helpers signed up than folks who are in need. That doesn't mean that we don't have as many folks who are in need. I think that means that maybe they're being well taken care of by a loved one or a neighbor, or they just haven't found out about the program. So certainly if you feel like you'd like to sign up to be a Pandemic Pal, you can do that at gallatintn.org. And if you know somebody who's high risk, check on them yourself or encourage them to sign up. Thanks for checking that.
Those are the main one. One person asked, is there a place to file unemployment online?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that's with the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development.
How interesting that on the other side of our camera today is a former employee of the Department of Labor. You probably know more about this than we do. Jeff, anything you want to add?
Well, I would say it's, as you said, it's easier now than it ever has been before. There used to be a waiting period of a week. You used to have to get onto Jobs for TN or carefully log all your job searches. They've waived that, as you mentioned before. So it is much easier now, and it's not that difficult a process, but I think you have to be patient. When I worked for the Department of Labor and we were dealing with the recession, calling them became very difficult at times like these. They have an online, on their website, they have online chats, and they will get back with you promptly. That's often a better way than trying to talk with someone on the phone.
Sorry, I'm
Oh, that's quite all right. So utilize their online chat rather than trying to talk with a person because they have limited resources to answer the phones.
Good. There's something I was going to mention. It was about something. Oh, when you were talking about Sumner Regional earlier, when I leave here, I'm actually going to pick up about 15 pizzas from Prince Street because the Facebook group that Mayor has referenced several times over the past week, Gallatin Mutual Aid, Jeremy Shipley's kind of leading the charge in that group, and a group of folks all Venmo'd him money today to take money to ER1 and ER2. So I'm doing,
That's nice.
I'm the carrier. I've done nothing more than I'm picking up the pizza and dropping them. I'm going to safely drop them and not touch anyone. But I think that's great. So if you have a way or a means to take some care of somebody right now, especially those in the medical field or first responders,
Anyone on the front lines.
anybody on those front lines, feed them, help them if you can. I think that's great. And who doesn't love pizza? So
Yeah, Prince Street's is pretty good.
Yeah.
But again, we appreciate all the creative ways in which our businesses continue to serve our community in a safe manner. Employers, they're taking extraordinary efforts to help their employees work in a safe environment, and all of our citizens who are doing everything that they're supposed to be doing to show their love for their neighbors by staying away from them. That's going to become my new mantra.
yeah, that's a good one.
So we will look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a good evening. Stay safe. Help us spread the word about the importance of doing the right thing. And stay in touch with us if you need anything or have any suggestions or ideas. We love you. Thank you.
Have a good night.